Yeah, but more surneys than anything, because otherwise it sounds like
Oh, right. I got it.
Should we get in? More the merrier. Yeah?
David? Yep. Leon is stuck up there with the TV camera. They're live. No, they're not. They're free.
Get in! Come on! Yeah! Yes. Get in here, dude.
Can we have a piece in here? You've got one pass. Next to the mayor, right in the middle.
Like this. You don't like the stove, just have a kneel. One night cream off. That's alright. You can stay there for now. Squish it. Yeah, go on
El mismo carro blanco.
Thank you very much for coming to this event. My name is Councillor Shiria Khatun. I'm one of the deputy mayors responsible for community safety. We have a lineup of speakers. I'm going to be introducing them very shortly, but before that, I'd like to say if we could have you all stay for the duration of the speeches, as well as a dramatic performance by some of our young performers. I'm really looking forward to that. But before we get to that, can I ask the Mayor of Tower Hamlets, John Biggs, to say a few words. Over to you, Mayor.
Well, thank you for all being here today. And the good news is this is the best event to come to, because there are only 3 speeches, I think. And if you come on Sunday, there'll be about 300. But today is the 80th anniversary, so this is the real deal today. So just, if you can imagine, 80 years ago there were 250,000 people in this street between here and the Tower of London, and they were coming out to show their solidarity as a community to stand against the intolerance of the British Union of Fascists, who wanted to demonstrate that there was something wrong with East London, and that their model of society would demonstrate that there was something wrong with East London. And what happened was a strong community, a significantly Jewish community, a very large Catholic community, a bunch of old East Enders as well from no particular background, communists, socialists, lefties, right-wingers, church people, faith people, all came together, and they said, famously they said, they will not pass and we will not put up with this on our streets. It's a big, big deal in the history of East London for a number of reasons. First, because of what happened on that day and in the run-up to that day in challenging intolerance. But secondly, because history repeats itself, and we've had to, again and again in East London, stand up against people who seek to divide us. And of course we can get over-dramatic, but what is more dramatic than the murders that have happened in East London and the challenges people have faced in their lives? And I think it's bigger than that as well, because it's not just about a little event or quite a big event in East London. It's also about the way in which we have helped in this country, in Britain, to disseminate, to produce this culture of tolerance, of diversity, of standing together, because don't forget that East London is a great engine room of our country. It's like I sometimes say it's a sausage machine, without wishing to offend anyone who doesn't like sausages. It brings in people from all over the world, all over the country, all over Europe, all over the Far East, Asia, wherever. And people come with little, and they come with hunger and ambition and ideas, and they create great things, and they take with them the experience of living in East London, and that passes through generations. So one of the reasons why our country is a strong and tolerant country, I believe, is because of the lessons we've learned in our working class communities in East London. The East End changes all the time, but there are some things stay the same, and one is the lessons we've learned about working and standing together. And as the Mayor of Tower Hamlets, my job is to try to pull our community in East London together. And there are always tensions in that, but we get a lot done. We're achieving great things for our education. We need to make greater progress with getting people into new jobs. We need to challenge the scourge of unaffordable housing. I could talk all day. It's always lethal to have a politician with a microphone. So I'll sort of stop at this point and say, let's remind ourselves that we should always, within our selves, within our souls, within our hearts, say that we will not let intolerance pass us by without standing up to it. My other job is to introduce our other speaker, who is Leon Silva. And Leon is a local rabbi for Nelson Street Synagogue. He's also the deputy chair of the Tower Hamlets Interfaith Forum, and he can tell us a bit about the perspective from our communities in East London from a slightly different direction. Leon.
I would like to make one slight correction. I'm not a rabbi. I'm not. I'm the president, which is the lay leader of the East London Central Cell. My rabbi wouldn't be here today, even though I actually walked. I live within walking distance. The reason he wouldn't be here today is because there's still an hour to go of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. I shouldn't really be speaking into a microphone, but it's here, and I'm just standing here. So if you don't tell my rabbi, then I won't tell him either. Thank you. I am on the steering committee of the Interfaith Forum. Now, 80 years ago, we know this battle took place. It's deservedly iconic. Now, the East End before then certainly was no picnic. I've already been asked if I was there at the time. I would have to be close on 90 if I was. But I did have relatives who were there. Certainly, my late Uncle Harry most definitely was there, because I know from his son, my late cousin, that he took him as a child to watch. So I doubt if my uncle actually took part in the fighting, not with the child with him, but his son certainly remembered. He remembered things being thrown out of windows or onto the police as it happened. And unfortunately, the battle was actually against the police, because legally, Mosley and the fascists had the right of way, and the police were determined to enforce the law. It was the people who living here who said, no, we've had enough, we're not having this, and they're not coming here. They actually tried to march, or intended to march, along Commercial Road or Whitechapel Road, but they were stopped at Gardener's Corner, and so the police redirected them here into Cable Street. Now, Cable Street in the 30s, and my parents had family friends who lived in Cable Street. Even Cable Street was actually not a friendly area for Jewish people. The family friend who lived here was a real tough man. He knew how to use his fists, and he was respected. When my grandparents, living in Commercial Road, would go to visit him, he would escort them back out of Cable Street. Bethnal Green also was notorious for, where Mosley would gather, for black shirt activity. One thing I'm involved in, also I speak each year at the memorial to the Bethnal Green wartime tube disaster. But when that happened, fascists in Bethnal Green immediately claimed it was the Jews who were responsible. It was the Jews who panicked. In fact, historically, and unfortunately, some of these poor people who were crushed to death, there were a handful of Jewish people. Most Jewish people didn't shelter in Bethnal Green because they didn't feel wanted there. People like my mother sheltered at the Tilbury, which was down Ailey Street. What happened when the fascists came here? All the disparate elements of the East End, people who maybe didn't get on, that that people were suspicious of each other, of different communities, but they came together. Here in Cable Street, Irish dockers, who at the time were quite territorial, people were in the East End in those days. You didn't wander into a different street, especially if you were a kid, other kids would chase you away. Instead, the dockers came out and they dug up paving stones. They brought furniture out of their homes. Christians, Jews, communists, socialists, as the mayor has said, trade unionists, even people from the right who weren't fascists, all came out. We became united. It wasn't the end, sadly. A week later, there was what was known as the Mile End pogrom, when 200 fascist youths ran down Mile End attacking anyone who looked Jewish. They started fires, they smashed windows. The press reported how a 4-year-old girl was thrown through a plate glass window. I remember my parents telling me that story also. And since then, we've had the BNP, the National Front before them, the EDL since then, Britain First, but we come together each time. We stop them from marching in the East End. And what is important, these fascists, these neo-fascists, the modern fascists, the nouveau fascists, they don't come come from our area. They are outsiders who come in. We are better than that. We are united on the Interfaith Forum. We have representatives from all the faiths in the borough and also the humanists, those of no faith. We have harmony. We have community cohesion. I'm a Jewish representative. Every year I am a guest at the annual Eid dinner of the Council of Mosques. I was even a speaker this year. If you read what outsiders write about our borough, you would think that doesn't happen, that kind of thing. You would think we are split, that we are full of prejudice, that we are anti-Muslim, that we are anti-immigrant. That is nonsense. We are proud of our diversity. We welcome people to our borough, and we can show the world how we can live together as friends, as brothers, and as sisters. Let the others learn from us. Thank you.
Wow. Can I ask you, are you all proud to be citizens of Tower Hamlets? Yay! I love Tower Hamlets. Now, thank you to the speakers. Are you ready for the performance of this evening? Come on, a round of applause. Let's encourage our performers. So over to the performers now, the dramatic reenactment. Over to you guys. Thank you all for coming, and watch please do go onto the Tower Hamlets Council's website to see what other events we have lined up. Thank you.
Right, you lot, down in this corner. Right, give me the placard. Who's got the placard? Right, you down it all day. Don't be late. You've got to be in Cable Street, all right? The fascists are coming. You've got to be there. You lot, don't be late, all right? 2 o'clock sharp. Okay, we need you down the Cable corner. You're going to be there. So you're going to be there.
Don't worry, Sam.
trying to get an R3 taxi. That's the bad best.
Police, more police than black shirts.
Anyway, I'm also here. This one's going to kill me.
Ah, good to hear. It's okay, they're here. Mother sent me some strudel. Come in.
Hello.
Hello, boy, how are you going? All fine fit for the demo?
Yeah, I'm fine, fit like a Trojan, I am. You'll be fine.
Well then, Dave, tell me, what's happening and what's the plan?
So, it's like this. They're gonna walk up to Roman Street near the bridge, then they're gonna go down to Aldgate, then down Commercial Road, Salmon Lane. You know Salmon Lane? Yeah. Then, where they plan to hold a meeting. Then they're gonna go all the way to Victoria Park and have another meeting. Well, so we think. So then they're gonna go up the highway and then down Cable Street. But Mosley doesn't want to go that way because that's the back way. Though the police suggest he does.
I bet the police got trouble.
They've had to pull in the forces from outside of London.
You won't make a real fight, boys, will you? I mean, you won't get hurt.
We're to stop the party. That's all. Make sure you're proud, eh, Sarah? Every section of this working class area has that with the protest responded. The dockers at Limehouse have come out to man. The lot, the unions, the police.
They're assembling, fascist assembling.
Quick,
Come on, your
they're
houses.
assembling.
Come on, your houses.
Hurry up.
Come on, we need to get going. Come on, your houses.
Come on, your
Fascists are assembling. Get ready.
your houses!
The unions, the co-ops, the Labour Party members, and the Jewish People Council, the one that organised the mass demo against Hitler some years back.
Just to me and Harry, where's the go yet?
If you fancy yourself, there's plenty of time. If you fancy yourself a nurse, then go down to Aldgate, near Whitechapel Library. We've got a first aid post near there. All we have to do is wait. Where's Ada?
Ada and Ronnie are at Handy's place. I thought it best they keep right out of the way.
Your daughter's a born fighter. I don't know how she'll stay away. Of course she is. She'll be round the streets organising the pioneers. You'll see.
Never. I told her to stay here and she'll stay here.
I'd love another cup of tea.
Oh, great. I'll make that in. You don't stay here. I'll go there back.
Just think when anybody else is around. I'll make you something.
What we eating, Sarah?
Always eat. Always eat. You don't know what time you'll be back.
They shall not pass.
They shall not pass.
They shall not pass! They shall not pass! They shall not pass!
Christ, they started before time. And then first came the international games. Wait till Dave gets over there. You'll give him a brass balls for breakfast, eh, Dave?
shall not pass. They
Shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not. Christ, they started before time. Let's get going.
You're coming now, Harry. Come on, we'll be late.
Yeah, I'm going. Wait for me. Go on.
They shall not pass.
They shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not pass. They shall not
That's Cornucopia Theatre, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a great round of applause. I think it's really great that these events are dramatised by different people. You heard a wonderful story, a moving testimony earlier. These children have done something, and we, the Grand Union Orchestra, and many other people are doing the same in the next few days. You've heard mention of a whole lot of activities that are taking place around the commemoration. There's a political event, the march and rally, but it's really important that at the same time cultural events take place which are imaginative. And so find out more about it from the council website. There's a lot of events at the local library, Watley Street, the Ideas Store. We are playing St John's, Bethnal Green on Saturday night with a lot of community groups, and a big show with all those stories retold at Rich Mix on Sunday night. This is a once-in-a-lifetime occasion. It's really moving. 80th anniversary of Cable Street, Battle of. Do make use of it, come to anything that's going on, and these are fantastic events this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Can we have, ladies and gentlemen, I want a favour from you all. Can you give the biggest and loudest of applause to these wonderful, wonderful performers that you've never given before? John Biggs and Leon Silvers for their wonderful speech. Thank you to you guys. Another round of applause, please. And one more round of applause to you wonderful people out there. Without you, we wouldn't have had this participation here tonight. So thank you.